Hey everybody, welcome back to Unicorn Princess Gotham. I'm Onikage, and this is day 2 of my first spring with the new 1.6 patch for Stardew Valley. Today the agenda is going to be pretty straightforward. It is going to be mainly fishing. What we're going to want to do is always check the TV. Weather report, day 3 always rains, but we are hoping that the fortune teller says that the spirits are in good humor. Mildly perturbed, that's unfortunate, but nothing we can do about it. It'll always be that, even if we reload the save. Once you leave the house, go over here, check the mail. There will be one about a fishing trip. That'll give you the quest for the fishing pole. If you don't check the mail and you go to the beach without getting it, there won't be the cutscene, so you won't get the fishing pole. And what we're going to do is we are going to just quickly water all of these crops. Since it's raining tomorrow, we are going to put the water can away as soon as we are done here. We don't even need to really refill it yet. So we're going to do that. And we're also going to store everything except for the hoe and the extra chest that we made. Now we're going to take our spring onions, the extra ones that we got from yesterday. If you want, you can go south and see if there's some more spring onions, because those do refill every single day. And we are also going to grab the ornamental fan because we have the Visit Gunther, and that'll give us another 500 coin. So I am going to head to the beach, and we're going to pick up there in just a second. Alright, so now we're down at the beach. The cutscene already happened, so I've got the bamboo pole. There was a leak at the bus stop, so I grabbed that, and checking a few of the garbage cans along the way. There was a field snack, so that's great. That's more energy for us, too. Also, I checked the board. There's like a bulletin board that has like requests from the villagers. Those used to be mainly for a little bit of gold and some friendship rating. They still are, but now you really want to do them because there's prize tickets you can start getting from those, and there's a prize machine in the mayor's house. Also, there's these treasure boxes that'll start appearing around the town, I believe, once you've gotten a couple of the tickets, and that has to be unlocked. So it's a good idea to do that, but like sooner rather than later. Now, checking the board, it says to bring Robin an anchovy. So normally we would leave the beach right now and head towards the lake. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try to catch an anchovy. Now, since time is so critical, if I don't get an anchovy by 10 a.m., I'm just going to restart the day. And that's something that we're probably going to be doing a lot for day 2 based on how the day goes. Because the growth for your farm is going to be exponential. The earlier days, the better they are, the more your growth accelerates, and the better that you'll be in a few weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get the anchovy. Let's see what happens there, and we'll pick up in just a second. All right, so now we are at the mountain lake. I got the anchovy on the second catch, and that was super lucky. So I went to the museum to donate the fan, which got us some gold. So as you can see, my gold went up. And also, every villager has got like a daily plan that they follow, and there's a great wiki for that. And Robin, who I needed to deliver the anchovy to at 9:30 a.m., was heading down towards me anyway. So on my way to the lake, it really worked out well. I was able to give her the anchovy, get that quest done, and now we are ready to start fishing. So you want to be here and put the chest here. This is just my personal recommendation for the beginning. There's a better spot later, but for right now, this is where we want to be. Because roughly in this area, it's easiest to cast further out, which gets you better fish. Like there's what's known as fishing zones, and sometimes it's kind of weird how they work, but the idea is that the furthest from any shore is better. And so that's why we are fishing. We are where we are fishing here. So, the fishing thing is really, really small at the beginning, but we got a largemouth bass, and that's best. There's 4 fish here. There's carp, chub, oh god, mud. I'm forgetting the name. Mud something, and then largemouth bath. The best ones to get is the mud one and the largemouth bass. Of the four fish, the average here for value is the highest of any of the 4 or 5 fishing spots. And regarding the starting over, this is where your RNG is going to come in. You're going to want to get not carp, like as few carp as possible. And at 7 p.m., the largemouth bass stops spawning. Like you can't catch it anymore after 7 p.m. So what I generally do is by 2 p.m., if I've only gotten like 1 or 2 largemouth, but I've gotten like 5 or 6 carp, I just start over because it was bad for that day and we need to get our fishing skill up to make fish easier to catch. But also at level 5 there's a perk you can get where your fish sell for more, because we're going to want to buy the backpack and the better fishing rod, as well as some new seeds when the crop that we're doing right now is harvestable. Also, you want to grab treasure chests. Treasure chests multiply the fishing XP you get for whatever fish you catch. A perfect catch also is a multiplier. And if you get insanely lucky, you can do a perfect catch and a treasure chest at the same time, which is like 7 times the experience you would normally get. So I'm going to keep doing the fishing, consume these as needed for my energy, and then I will check back in a little bit. All right. So it's after 5 p.m., and this is my catches for the day. And this is where you want to make the decision if you're going to be starting over or not. There was only one chest that I got in all of these polls, which is pretty rough. And all it had was the 10 pieces of bait. So looking at this, we've got 3 carp and 2 largemouth bass. So yeah, we've got 7 chubs and 3 bullheads. And it was bullhead, not mud. I think because it lives at the bottom, I was thinking mud. But yeah, it's called bullhead. So my general rule is that if you have more carp than you do largemouth bass, it's generally a good idea to start over. Now, on today in particular, that is going to suck because we've got to catch that anchovy again for Robin. But again, this is like the most important day. So starting over is pretty much a necessity, especially since there was only just the one chest and I got 4 green algae and 2 pieces of trash. Like I know that the it's low luck today because of what the spirits do, like the daily luck. But yeah, this is definitely worth starting over. So I'm going to start over a couple times and then we will catch back up here in a second when I have had a much better day of fishing. All right, so this is try number 2, and as you can see, it was definitely worth re-rolling. Um, 5 largemouth bass this time, and 4 carps. A few of them are the highest quality, the iridium quality. Only one bullhead again, much less in chubs, just 4 chubs, but nowhere near as much green algae, and a ton of river jelly. So since we're at a little bit past 5 p.m. again, I'm just going to keep at it with this. You're probably just going to want to do this for like the whole night. Now, from here, this spot, you can get back to your farm and get in bed by as long as you leave by like 12:30 a.m. 12:30 a.m. is all you need to do. So I'm going to keep doing that, and then I will show you where we're at the end of the day, fish-wise. All right, so we are at the end of the day again. End of day 2, I brought back as many fish as I could. You are going to want to leave one of each of the fish species because you're going to want to turn them in at the community center as part of the bundles. So basically, we brought back as many as we could. I left a few things that we had gotten in the chest there. And to give you a heads up, the goal for tomorrow is going to be to go to Willie's, the fish vendor, and buy the rod that we can attach the bait to. So just to give you an idea, so we're going to put all of this in here to ship it, to sell it. Here we go. We've got some more daffodils. We can give those out for some friendship. I don't think there's anything else in here that we need to do. No, we'll just put that there. Okay. All right. So we will go to bed and let's see what our coin total is. And I think I got level 3 fishing. 2, 3. Yeah, level 3. One time I got 4. All right, so I had 600. Now I've got 2,200. You need 1,800 for the rod, and then that'll leave us enough left over to buy a bunch of bait. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. I mean, you can definitely do a lot better with the fishing than I have, especially if you get treasure chests with like diamonds and rubies in them, other stuff to sell. Plus, there's books now. There's a book you can get from fishing chests that gives you a skill that is passive, where anytime you get a fishing chest after that, you can get the fish eggs from it of the fish that you caught. So I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, so a great first 2 days. I'm going to be doing the day 3 video here shortly, but appreciate you guys sticking around. Have a great night. See you next time on Unicorn Princess Got 'em.